Greetings and salutations, Tube Dwellers. I am your host, the Madbag, and this is another Madbag Gamer production. The beginning of this video is going to be a recap of what was going to be Episode 2. However, some audio issues have chopped my balls off. I'm not going to be able to bring you the full Episode 2. However, I will do a recap, just to show you what went down, and it wasn't much, and the kind of things I discovered and the kind of things I decided based on what I had discovered. So we left at the end of Episode 1, ready to go into Swindler's Den and face down Kamatu, and bring freedom to Sadia. That was attempted, but it was not accomplished. In the very first entryway, I ran into a bandit marauder who proved to be too much. He was getting power attacks off on me that were ending me very quickly, suffice to say. So I went back to the drawing board. I left Swindler's Den. Encountered some fun along the way. Interesting enough, some fun that I was able to deal with quite a bit more easily than I was the bandits in Kamatu's employ. And then I moved on to what I perceived as an easier objective, an easier mission. I went to take out a bandit chief that had been had a bounty opened on him. I got this bounty from the steward of Whiterun, and I figured that some regular bandits and a bandit chief might be less potent than Kamatu himself. Kamatu's somewhat of a little boss fight, and I was hoping to see a lot of regular bandits and a lot of maybe bandit outlaws in this little bandit camp, and hopefully not a whole lot of bandit marauders and worse. And sure enough, there was a death or two. It was a little bit difficult. However, using a zombie and some fancy footwork, I was able to take the bandits out, including their chief. I've got to say, the zombie did a lot for me down here. I also noticed a few different things. The power of unblocked attacks. Oh my god. The negative penalties that stack up as unblocked attacks get through. It's huge in SkyRe. I really have to be totally dodging attacks. I should say unblocked melee attacks. It's only on melee attacks. Ranged attacks don't have these features. The zombie did wonders, though. Just taking the attention off of me, it was huge. And I noticed something else in this cave, that it seemed like there were a lot of iron deposits. And so I snatched all of them. And you should see a before and after here. I got like 50 iron out of this cave, which I just want to say is more than I've ever gotten out of a single area in Skyrim. But another interesting thing is that I got smithing increases while I mined. That's awesome. Very small ones. In those 50 chunks of iron, I got like a level and a half of smithing, so it's not big, but just that you get something from mining. You get some smithing skill from mining. That is an awesome thing. So that's about everything. You didn't really miss anything else. There was a lot of kind of cool little fight dialogue and whatnot, but you've been robbed of that by some audio issues. So I hope that this recap will suffice, and without further ado, let's generate some content for a third episode. I guess it's going to be episode 2, isn't it? So, the rest of episode 2 proper. Wow, some of these spells. Weaken gravity. For 60 seconds, everyone can jump 4 times as high. Check out these auras way up here. Armored Ascension. While active, all non-hostile actors in a 20-foot radius deal 10% more melee damage and take 10% less melee damage. Oversoul's Protection. 10% less damage from spells and arrows. Note that auras reduce your total magicka by 25. I have a feeling that
remember,
this character's probably going to use a lot of auras. I suppose I should say at least in aura a lot of the time. So I've got a bit of a dilemma. I expected that I would be able to find out, you know, how difficult the game was by completing what I perceived as a pretty easy challenge in Kamatu. And Kamatu turned out to be a very difficult challenge. I don't want to do just generic quests until I'm like, I don't know, 15 or 20, and I try Kamatu again. But I also don't want to fail, so I feel like I should be a little bit careful just picking up random quests, or I should say going after the big quests, the quests that I know have decent turnout. That being said, I think I want to go to the Greybeards and get those 2 shouts, the next word of Fusroda and Wold for Whirlwind Sprint. And then I think I might want to go seek another shout. So I've seen that I can do bandit contracts. I can get all the way through that with little trouble. I want to see if I can get through a Draugr dungeon. There's one specifically right over in this area called, I think it's right there. Yeah, it's right where this road leads up to. Called Deadman's Respite, and I think you guys have seen it a lot, so you're going to see it again. What can I say? There's a good shout there. Whirlwind Sprint's there. And also it starts the Bard's College quests, and it's really great to get through those quests early because, let's see, what is it, a Speechcraft? You get 10% faster Speechcraft levels from a perk there, as well as just a bunch of general skill ups to all your skills. So it's great to do that Bard's couple Bard's College quests early, and I think I'm going to do exactly that. But let's go up to the to High Hrothgar first. I think I'm going to cut largely, basically all of this out, but I need the shouts. So here we go. It appears I'll have to pass by Riften's seedy underbelly as I head out to High Hrothgar as well. I know the drill.
Hold there.
I know the number.
Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
I know the shakedown. There is no tax. What are you at?
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
Look, this is obviously a shakedown.
All right, keep your voice down.
Oh, and this is something a little different. What is it, a bandit? I can't see. Whoa, it's an Imperial attacking the Stormcloaks. Let's see, let's do it this way, I think. And down he goes. Is there another? Sure enough, wow, these Imperials. Ballsy little buggers. Wow, there are a number of them, too. I don't think I've technically attacked any yet. Okay, well, they didn't see me as a threat, I guess. And I can't loot a body that I didn't kill? That's weird. It's probably just a glitch. Wow, check that out. An Imperial sword, and it even says that it is a short sword. That's kind of cool. Just they categorize it even when the name doesn't make it obvious. Huh! A Stormcloak soldier who's already been totally picked dry. Actually, he looked like he was probably a prisoner. Wow. Absolute insanity. I don't think I finished dialogue here because I didn't get a Speechcraft level up. Am I cheated out of that now? I don't think I can get it. I have installed Frostfall as well. I had it installed a while ago, and then I started having troubles with some various mods, and it's one of the first ones I took out just because I think it's a pretty invasive mod, and logic would argue that the more a mod changes, the higher the chance that it causes problems with the things it changes. So I took it out a while ago, but I've got it back in now. It seems to be running fine. I haven't really encountered the parts of the game that it updates. It adds requirements for survivability to the harsh climates of Skyrim, so cold weather will actually be dangerous, and I've heard that there are blizzards. I should say I've read, as my ears did not pick this information up off of my monitor. I have read through my eyes that there are blizzards that'll wipe you out, that you've got to get out of, that you have to take shelter from. I'm wondering how thorough the shelter will be, how realistic the shelter will be. Will you be able to cower behind a rock and be okay, or are you going to have to go find a cave or some interior and do things that way? I kind of feel like the latter will be the case. I don't feel like the former. I don't feel like you'll be able to just hunker down. All right, well, let's get to chopping. We've got a long trip all the way up to High Hrothgar. Maybe I'll show you some of the battles on the way up. I think that sounds nice. You know, seeing frame rates as I still head to High Hrothgar, I think this grass mod is probably the mod that I've seen the most negative impact to my overall performance from. Or I should say, from which I've seen the most negative impact to my overall performance. There are some areas where you get a lot of additional grass in view, and it actually does have an impact. Some of my frame rates drop. I don't stay tacked at 60 any longer. I occasionally drop down into the 50s, very rarely into the 40s. Wow.
Leave me alone. I don't have time for this foolishness. Now come along quietly, and we won't have to get rough. Brother, I think she's telling the truth.
I'm not going anywhere. Now back off before I do something drastic.
She doesn't have the scar.
What? Oh, you're right.
We've made a mistake. Now move along before that mouth of yours gets you into
This
trouble.
is the grade of the Alek
Someone, make sure it's the right person.
quote-unquote professionals that I couldn't deal with. Huh. Is that so?
Foreigners. What a nuisance.
What was that all about?
They thought I was some other Redguard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost in the wilderness.
Maybe something far worse will happen to them.
Yes?
Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure something worse will happen to them.
What do you need?
Something... Let's see here.
Foreigners. What a nuisance.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Check it out. You're facing that way now. Oh, what? Is a spider gonna interrupt? Don't. Oh, man. I was so getting ready to sneak attack kill both of these jerk-offs. I should probably use the touch spell almost exclusively, especially at this stage where magicka is really an issue. That's something I found out in episode 2. I really have to be careful with the magicka use. And the touch spell is so much more efficient. God damn it. Just go down! Go down!
You win. I submit.
40 bounty, huh? That's not good. Oh, I actually did not need the second. And 1,000 bounty. Tell me she's going to come attack me. You know what? If I kill her... Oh, God, this started as a good deed, but when you kill one person, you can never just stop there. Oh, you just gotta keep killing until no one knows. Until your secret is safe.
Foreigners. What a nuisance.
Yeah, I know, right? Those foreigners. Haha. Oh, there's so much of a nuisance. Bounty removed, right? No one saw it? Last witness killed. Bounty removed. I'm sorry, woman, that you had to run into the wrong people. I have a running grudge with the Alek, though, and I shall kill any I see on sight. And then use my acrobatic horse to run across the walls off into the distance. I think for killing the last witness. Whoa. Whoa. That guard. Whoa. They know. Something's up. They know I'm an enemy. Oh, God, no. I'm going to end up having to pay a crap ton of gold for this. I can only imagine. Zig horse and zag. Zig and zag. It's the only way to get out of here without losing my life. I was just about to say, there are speechcraft perks now in SkyRe that allow you to use a faction armor and a cowl to hide your identity and get away from crime. I feel like I should get a speechcraft level up whenever I successfully kill the last witness. I think that'd be cool. I think it would be fitting. You do, after all, get speechcraft level ups whenever you shout now. I forgot that I've got the touch spell, not the projectile spell. The touch spell is actually really good. It's just a little bit of a pain to use. I like the dual cast variation of it and everything. Oh, it hurts! Oh, he's gonna get another one too. Oh, and I don't have the magicka. There he goes. I have a feeling this troll... Oh, this troll is gonna be difficult. You know, I've been thinking. Trolls have weakness to fire, and I do have a perk that makes my lightning spells a bit more powerful than my fire spells, but it's just the one perk. I think it's fairly substantial. Actually, let me take a glance at it just to refresh myself. 10% more damage. However, he's weak to fire, right? So what if I just use the novice level fire spell? It's going to be way more efficient, and we definitely need to do a quick save right here because a death or two would not surprise me against this troll. The very first troll fight, and it is a frost troll. I think the, oh man, he is going down slow. This is going to be a long-winded fight. And the magicka is now officially totally out. God, he's so fast too. Running, he just catches on you. I think if I were to run straight away from him, I don't think he would ever actually get me, because when he starts his swing animation, when he gets close enough to me to attack, and then starts his swing animation, he would slow down just a touch as he starts swinging his attack. And I think I'd be able to step out of his range. However, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a really long time. And you guys have already seen here that I can stay out of his range. I can wait for my magic to regen. So let's cut a little bit of this. Let's see if I can catch the fatality. Just go down, troll. Oh, and he is kneeling before his master. Die, troll! Oh, big nasty brute. That was nice. I actually didn't die. Not even once. Dat fire. I may keep the novice level flames on a hotkey for a while. And you know what? Throughout part of that, I probably should have switched off and thrown some lightning, just to feel its effect out. But no, I think flames was probably the more efficient, efficient way to take that one down. The same is probably going to be true for a while, until I get a crap ton of perks and lightning spells. Against any enemies who are weak to fire, so frost dragons even, I would probably do best to, no. I'm not going to use novice level flames against a dragon. I'm going to have to use a projectile spell. Which means that dragon fights are going to be very tough if I don't have guards and followers and whatnot, and who's the diddle? Ah, the majestic palace on the mountain. Hi, Hrothgar. Used to just be known as Hrothgar, but then Klimek started making some ganja brownies and bringing them up here. And then all of a sudden, the Greybeards became infinitely more wise and peace-loving. Oh, I hate how you can't jump through the dialogue here. My God, they talk to you outside of the official dialogue system that Skyrim uses, and you have to just sit and listen. Oh no, the time-wasting glitch! I'm at 2 out of 3 demonstrations. It's not giving me the 3rd demonstration. It's not happening. Oh, I've shouted probably 12 times here. I'm supposed to only have to hit 3 targets. And it's supposed to be done. It's not giving it to me, though. The targets aren't being hit. They're not staggering backwards like they're supposed to. On a positive note, holy crap, I have gotten some wicked speechcraft level ups out of just sitting here and shouting continuously. 27. I'm not trying to do this, guys. I want it to be over. I want to get the shouts. I want it to be done. It's not letting me continue. God, I'm really tired of hearing feet close up. And there's a level up from it. Christ almighty. I think... Oh, are you kidding me? No. Walk outside. They're walking outside. Thank you, God. Okay. So I was able to fix it using a little bit of a console command. Set stage. I got on UESP Wiki. I got the stage, the quest. The next objective. I basically set it to that. Tell me you're going to walk outside. Don't get caught here, dude. Don't get caught here. Please go walk outside. You got a word to teach me outside, man. You got to go outside. We got to learn things outside. Don't break! Oh. No! We're done with this! This is finished! It's over! No more! The targets are complete! Einarth got the message. Nobody else did. There's something that Frostfall says, and I think this is the right time. Oh, I guess this is a good time to level up. Why not? Magicka, I think. Constantly complaining about them Magicka problems. Health, you know what? If I'm getting one-shotted, well, then I'll get one-shotted. I'm just gonna have to dodge that altogether. That's right, there was a perk that opened up there, but I don't really feel like I should go into it until I can go deeply into it. Can I level the destruction up here? I cannot. That means that I can't. No more perks to go into destruction. I kind of want to go into restoration. I know eventually I will, pretty much no matter. I don't think I'm going to go real deep into it. I think it's going to have to be the sword play. If I do this, that means the sword play is going to remain a staple of this character. That means that I plan on using a lot of one-handed destruction magic. I really don't know how I feel about that. I'm just not certain. I don't like, and I've said this 100 different times, I don't like having two different ways to accomplish the same goal. These don't stack. The damage from light weaponry does not stack with destruction. The way the damage that you can get from enchanting stacks with one-handed or stacks with destruction. So there's no reason to have both of these. They're redundant. They fill the same purpose and they don't complement each other. And that really makes me not want to do anything with it. You know what? Let's buff light weaponry. Let's buff one-handed weapons through sneak. Can we do that? So supposedly SkyRe has made sneaking a lot more difficult, and it's made this perk tree a requirement if you mean to be a sneaky character. So you can't really, and a matter of fact, I think silent casting. Is silent casting here? Oh. Sneak attack with spells do additional damage? Yeah, we're going up the sneak tree, guys. Touch spells do even more? Ooh. Ooh. All spells you cast from any school of magic are silent to others. Yeah, we're going up the sneak tree. That's it. Boom. Taking it. I need to start sneaking a lot more, I guess. That needs to become a regular part of my repertoire. Okay, let's see if I can figure this damn glitched quest out. Oh, hold on. One more thing I wanted to do. It said look to the stars. Huh. I don't know exactly what it means. Is this... Okay, no, those are for traps. I think there's supposed to be a part of the Wayfarer tree that helps you out against... Okay, here we go. Here it is. Yeah. Okay, so Traveler was there. Immunization was already there. Forestry, I think... No, Forestry was not there. So these perks right here are the SkyRe perks that specifically synergize with Frostfall. You get additional firewood or additional deadwood when harvesting wood. Uh-oh. I probably need to start paying attention to that and doing it. All cloaks keep you dry 25% longer. Wow. That's interesting. Glacial Swimmer. Cold water no longer saps your stamina. Swim in frigid water twice as long. Well insulated. 25% exposure protection bonus if wearing a matching set of armor. That goes all the way up to 120 skill required. That all seems very interesting. I can't wait to just be absolutely pummeled by the cold. I can't wait for Frostfall to make me aware of its additions in a very dangerous way. And I think before I get this totally figured out, I'm going to have to end the episode. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more.